Ahí está.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Purdue's offense comes onto the field first today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was singing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air. it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the UCLA Bruins offense will try to get something started with their first possession. First down. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Dances away to buy time. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains. And the Bruins are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
That's what the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep. Not able to connect there.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Cox. Oh, the sweep juke gets him free. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins will have it first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Gonna look downfield again. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
On the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Bruins!
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not one, not two, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
On the move from inside his spot. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Corralled by the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
And the Bruins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat when it's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, they're going to run some crosses, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Intercepted. Back in their own end, and they stop the drive.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. Just get in trouble when you try.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the back. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down to the 22.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Got it in the middle. It's Harris. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Boilers in the hurry up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
That's the tackle. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a... Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He'll do it himself. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Boilermakers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, to throw. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Loud. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on 4th down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. It's a running room. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, and they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your advance the football.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, 1st and goal with the 1. Trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, UCLA.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a...
Pickoff! What a play to set him up! Got some room to run. Touchdown, Bruins! And they turn it into a defensive score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the stadium, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Old Dominion. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and had very little success. They go to the ground. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete to the right. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. Instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Their pass not loose as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Quickly to the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking for room, it's Cox. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon The sweet feet buy a little time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he reels it in inside the 30.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Lowry. With the catch, it's Smith.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Outside the pocket, let's go. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, a big reason for that. If this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Using his legs, it's Cox. Makes one man miss. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Now on 1st down from the 40. Running back searching for a hole. Just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Quick completion to the right. Makes the grab all
defense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll bring it back from inside his box. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
I'm taking it as a but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive second time. Be like, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
It's a 1st and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw. It's Lowry. Pocket breaking down. And the defense got him at the 27.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross Aid Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Boilermakers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Use the play fake, now to throw. Release to the back. All by himself. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays. So much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
it's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They stop him just a leap or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Oh, welcome.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on second and short. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's got it inside the 15. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Bruins with the 1st and 10.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower on the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. We saw it in the first half, and we see it here again early in the third quarter.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like we just saw there.
To the ground, they try to pick up the first. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on 3rd and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, UCLA. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Finds his rhythm after shanking a couple. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Maryland. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll give it to the back. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass. It's foul. Rush is on him. He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Finds his man. It's Washington. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. UCLA will go back to work on... been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You're trying to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all. This time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Watson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The Boilermakers will punt it away on fourth down. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass. It falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. His defense made it this bad.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Going back. Oh, another deep ball. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did.
He'll take a shot. That deep ball was right on the money and just
trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he didn't get another touchdown.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got his man on the right. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W?
The ball's out. Who's going to get it? Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
The option look. Quick toss. Makes his man miss. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Boilermaker.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean,
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and then running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
He wants to go deep. Snags it at the 30 and still running. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it. This offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot. shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Bruin! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys. All game long, who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there been, they're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown.
There's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. Turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's...
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can find something.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And that had all the makings of Bugmeat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. All kinds of time before he fires right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
It's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
They booted away on 4th down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down.
Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. A great day. They built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Back up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. We've reached the 2 minutes. And the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Bruins will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here in the game.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He's got him. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. He wants to throw it again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Boilermakers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. That internal cut just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bruins are in the hurry up. To the air on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll start the return inside the spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
Makes the grab.
mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Huh? Oh, whenever I want. With that, I got it like that, you know.